Have you ever wondered why some people seem to reach their goals with ease while others struggle? It's a question that often sparks curiosity, isn't it? You see, goals are like compasses, guiding us through the labyrinth of life. They provide direction, purpose, and a sense of fulfillment. Without them, we're like ships lost at sea. Yet achieving goals isn't just about having them, it's about understanding how to reach them. Goal setting, as it turns out, is not a mysterious skill, it's a learnable process. Consider the story of John, a man with an average life but extraordinary dreams. John was your everyday man, working a 9-to-5 office job. He had a steady income, a family who loved him, and friends who cared for him. But beneath the surface of this ordinary existence, John harbored dreams that were anything but average. John dreamt of scaling the highest mountains, of writing novels that would touch hearts around the world, and of building a business empire from scratch. These were no small dreams, and they were dreams that required more than just the desire to achieve them. They required dedication, commitment, and most importantly, a clear set of goals. But for the longest time, John's life was devoid of these goals. He was caught in the daily grind, too consumed by the immediate tasks at hand to devote any thought to the distant dreams he harbored. His dreams remained just that, dreams, as distant and elusive as the stars in the night sky. John's life was like a ship without a rudder. He was afloat, yes, but he was floating aimlessly, carried along by the currents of life without any clear direction. His dreams remained unfulfilled, not because they were too big or too ambitious, but because he had no concrete plan to achieve them. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. John found himself growing older, but not closer to his dreams. He was still stuck in his 9-to-5 job, his dreams still as distant as they had ever been. And then, one day, John realized something. He realized that he was not just a ship floating aimlessly in the sea, he was the captain of his ship. He was the one who could set the course, who could steer the ship in the direction of his dreams. He realized that his dreams were not just distant stars, but destinations that he could reach if only he set a clear path towards them. John's life was like a ship without a rudder, floating aimlessly in the sea of life. But he was about to change that. He was about to set a course for his dreams, to turn his ship around and sail towards the horizon of his ambitions. But then, something happened. Something that changed John's life forever. Have you ever had a moment in your life, a single instant that seemed to shake the very core of your existence? Well, for our friend John, that moment came like a bolt from the blue. It was a regular day, just like any other. But as John was going about his usual routine, he stumbled upon a book. It wasn't a magical book, nor a particularly famous one. But it was a book that held a message John needed to hear. This book talked about the power of goals. It spoke of how every successful person, every towering achievement, every awe-inspiring feat in human history had one thing in common: clear and defined goals. The book told tales of people who, just like John, felt lost and directionless, but they all found their way by setting goals and working towards them, one step at a time. John was moved. This simple concept of setting goals, it resonated with him. It was as if the book was speaking directly to him, offering a solution to the confusion and aimlessness he had been feeling. John realized that his life was like a ship adrift in the ocean, with no destination in sight. He understood that without clear goals, he was merely drifting, letting the currents of life take him wherever they wished. This was his turning point. From that day forward, John's approach to life underwent a transformation. He began to see his life not as a series of random events, but as a journey towards a destination. He started setting goals, small at first, then gradually more ambitious. Each goal acted like a beacon, guiding him through the fog of uncertainty, towards a future he could shape and control. And so John found his purpose. He understood that his dreams were not just idle fantasies, but destinations waiting to be reached. He realized that to turn these dreams into reality, he needed a roadmap, and that roadmap was made up of goals. That's when John understood that to reach his dreams, he had to set clear and achievable goals. John started by writing down his goals, breaking them into smaller, manageable tasks. This simple act was his first step towards taking control of his life and shaping his future. It was a decision that transformed his mere desires into tangible targets, and gave him a roadmap to success. John discovered that the process of goal setting was not just about dreaming big, but also about understanding the path to those dreams. He learned that every large goal can be divided into smaller, achievable tasks. Each task became a stepping stone, leading him closer to his ultimate goal. He started with broad, ambitious goals. "I want to run a successful business," he would say, but he quickly realized that such a broad goal was daunting and difficult to tackle. So, he broke it down. "I need to develop a business plan, secure funding, hire a team, launch a product." Each of these became a goal on its own, each with its own set of smaller tasks. Suddenly, running a successful business didn't seem so impossible anymore. It was a series of smaller, achievable steps. John also found out that setting goals was not a one-time activity. It was an ongoing process. He learned to revise his goals, to adapt to changing circumstances, to celebrate his achievements and learn from his failures. He discovered the importance of flexibility, of being able to adjust his goals without losing sight of his ultimate objective. But perhaps the most important lesson John learned was the role of persistence and consistency. He realized that setting goals was easy, but achieving them required hard work and dedication. He had to be persistent in his efforts, consistent in his actions. He had to stay focused, stay motivated, even when the going got tough. He had to commit to his goals, and not just dream about them. John's journey was not always smooth. There were obstacles, setbacks, moments of doubt, but he kept going, kept pushing, kept striving. He understood that progress is often slow, that success doesn't come overnight. He learned to appreciate the small victories, the incremental progress, the tiny steps forward. He learned to celebrate the journey, not just the destination. John's story teaches us that goal setting is not just about defining what we want to achieve. It's about breaking down our dreams into manageable tasks, about persistence and consistency, about celebrating our progress and learning from our failures. It's about understanding that the path to our goals is often winding and challenging, but always worth the journey. John realized that the journey towards his goals was not a sprint, but a marathon. And in this marathon, every step counts, every effort matters, every moment is an opportunity to move closer to our dreams. And then, after months of dedication and relentless efforts, John started seeing the fruits of his labor. Imagine a seedling, pushing its way through the soil, reaching for the sunlight. It's a struggle, but with enough time and persistence, it eventually breaks through, standing tall and strong. That was John. His goals were the sunlight, and he was the seedling, pushing through the soil of obstacles, setbacks, and self-doubt. The first goal he achieved was a small one. He wanted to read more, so he set a goal of reading one book every month. He started with novels, then moved on to biographies, self-help books, and philosophy. His mind expanded, his understanding deepened, and his horizons broadened. Then came the bigger goals. He wanted to get fit, so he set a goal of exercising for 30 minutes every day. He started with light exercises, then gradually increased the intensity. His body became stronger, his stamina improved, and his health improved. He wanted to advance in his career, so he set a goal of learning a new skill every quarter. He started with public speaking, then moved on to project management, then to leadership. His skills improved, his productivity increased, and his career took off. John's life started to change. His confidence grew, his happiness increased, and his life became more fulfilling. He was no longer the same person who questioned his ability to achieve his goals. He was now a goal achiever, a goal setter, a person who believed in his ability to shape his own life. John's transformation was not an overnight miracle. It was the result of months of dedication, relentless efforts, and unwavering belief in himself. He had faced obstacles, setbacks, and self-doubt, but he had pushed through, just like the seedling pushing through the soil. John's story is a testament to the power of goal setting. His achievements are not just his own, but a testament to what anyone can achieve when they set goals, work towards them, and believe in themselves. John's story is not unique. We all have the potential to achieve our goals, just like John did. Each one of us carries within us a dream, a vision, an aspiration. That dream is waiting to be realized, waiting for you to breathe life into it. But it all begins with a single step. A step of setting your goals, of knowing what you want and where you want to go. Imagine the power of having a roadmap for your dreams, of knowing the path you need to tread. That's what goal setting does. It turns your aspirations into a tangible plan, a blueprint for success. And every step you take, every milestone you reach, brings you closer to your dream, closer to the life you've always wanted to live. So what are you waiting for? Start setting your goals today and watch your life transform.